fantastic. So on Friday night, in my regular Friday Night Live, I explained to you about the pentagram symbol and what does this to do with the spiritual, the fake spirituality and the occult, and how the upside down version is being used as the satanic symbol. So, and I, on that live stream, after my explanation, I destroyed and cut off in the tarot the devil card. The devil card has actually the satanic face, the goat with the goat horns, and the pentagram upside down, which symbolizes Satan. So I cut that off, but also after further investigation, because I particularly picked out the devil card in the tarot card. So I have here the Rider-Waite deck, which again, I told you I cut off the devil card because it's literally symbolized the Satan. So I am launching right now the destroy satanic occult movement and destroy fake spirituality movement. I launched it, and already I have launched for years the destroy fake spirituality. I made multiple videos about that, but right now I will make another video because upon research, the Rider-Waite Tarot, and I told you in that live stream, I link it down here below, where the origination of the tarot comes from and the occult comes from, right? From the Brits, from England, where they also confused the Indian culture and make it kind of this occult with the chakras, with all of these Indian cultures interfused into completely manipulating the Western, so that all of these people, the rich people, the top people, can keep manipulating the people. And these occults, the fake spirituality, as I mentioned to you before, started in 2011 and skyrocketed. People made multiple figures on YouTube, the fake spiritual reader, fake tarot readers, fake astrologers, and now it infused into the younger generation, which is destroying spirituality from left and right, while making their bank accounts glowing and making themselves rich. And because of this, I mentioned multiple times, and I made multiple videos about fake spirituality, but this time has come. The times are over. Those spirituality, that fake spirituality, the occults, and how they continuously manipulating the people, is over. It's actually over. And my timeline, it's literally moves with the nature of the timeline of nature. And if they still make you believe that, oh, the new age involves the more ascendant, more ascension of the generations of the world, humanity, and lets me do tarot reading, no sir, no ma'am. It doesn't work that way, because that's their bank account. They want to keep going, but their times are over. It's over. So I will cut off all these tarot cards in front of you live, and I will initiate the satanic cultism, the satanic occult, fake spirituality, and make it destroyed and make it over. It's over. Okay, and I will show it to you live right here, but I will make another video where I show you, based on literally what I've been saying since years on my channel, is that the Rider-Waite, the people who originated this classical Rider-Waite tarot, are actually cult leaders. They are cult leaders from the 1700s. Rider-Waite is a cult leader. These two, Rider and Waite, are cult leaders from the 1700s. And in these are infused, as you can see, everywhere, the pentagram. The pentacles are the pentagram, okay? These are all, the symbolism are all pentagrams. Pentagrams are everywhere, and when you further in detail look into all of these pentagrams and the symbolism of the tarot, you can see these are meant to be to manipulate and has secret signs inside of you, inside of these. So I also, and these ones I will also destroy, because these are the classical, again, the same Rider-Waite tarot, the same way. And you can see the pentacles, and I will destroy this in front of you as well. But look at this. In these, which are one of my favorites, really, I love these so much. But what happens here, I look them through, okay, and they are different. They made different, and they are not the classical Rider-Waite. They have different symbolism. For example, here, the Nine of Pentacles, which I just showed to you, is different, because in these, the pentacles, which symbolize the earth, they have either leaves or grapes on them, symbolizing the earth, the fruits, and whatever the labor that you're harvesting, okay? But I found 3, and also included just now the 4th one. Look at this. These 3 have the pentacles here. This is the Wheel of Fortune, who has the pentagon, the pentagram. I keep saying pentagon, but I mean pentagram, okay? But look at the Magician. And the Magician is also included in the Eyes Wide Shut movie as a Barbie doll. I saw it today. I had absolutely no idea. As above, so below, that sign, okay? That Barbie doll that little girl at the end of the scene holds, the pink Barbie doll, has the one hand up, one hand down, as above, so below, meaning the Magician. Here, as above, so below. You look at the tarot readers, they always say, the Magician, as above, so below. Look at this. This, in general, is supposed to symbolize you can make everything happen. But the freaks, the fake spiritual people, freaks on YouTube, what they're saying, this Magician is a manipulator. That's their sick minds. These tarot readers, most of them are sick in their brains, and I will tell you exactly later why. And look at this, because this is supposed to be that pentagram here, that pentacle, that pentagram, which is here, but as you can see, it's supposed to, because we are looking from this direction, it's upside down. Again, it's the satanic devil, it's the Satan's sign. The pentagram, it's upside down. For them, it's faced like here from the Magician, it's the regular pentagram. But because we are seeing it from here, it's again infused the devil sign. And what did you, I had no idea, the opening ceremony of the 2026 Olympics has, I just saw it, has the fire, right? Fire and the satanic, the pentagram upside down. The satanic pentagram is in the opening ceremony with red and fire. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. Are you like, do these people think we are dumb? And they think in these times of these what's happening right now with all the files, if they still believe that they can fool us, you got to be kidding me, right? Like, what's going on? And let me tell you another thing. What I found, I will kind of close this, okay? In this cards deck, the devil is depicted as passion to one man and women, like completely naked, and they are together. But look at the man's fingernails. Do you see this? It's the satanic black nails here. Do you see this? And what, as you can see, their bodies, I don't know how to show this. Do you see their bodies? And the women's body? You can't, I can't show it anyway. So their body has cuts, and blood comes out of the cuts in both. And literally today I saw another file. You know what file I'm talking about from the PDF files. You know what I mean? They're a girl who reported to the FBI what happened in the boat, in the yacht, and what Bush did to whom, and there were others doing what, you know. And then she literally said, like the FBI report said, that one girl was done things and the back was slit open. Okay? And while she was suffering, these things happened to her. And then I see this. I was like, these freaks know exactly what they are doing. This is identical, guys. This is, I mean, I don't know how to show this to you. These, do you see the skin are cut open? Do you see this? This is the devil card. So, do you know this card? This Ace of Wands supposedly be like the fire energy, meaning like new energy, new passion. But everyone, all the sickos, all the sicko tarot readers on YouTube, do you know what they're saying when this comes out? This supposedly like from the heavens, like your passion comes in. They see all of this as a you know what. You see? And it is kind of depicted as that. Okay? This is how sicko this is. This has nothing to do with spirituality, whatever the heck, has nothing to do with that. This is sicko, okay? This is absolutely sicko. And what is also absolutely sicko is the Lover's card, okay? And this is the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. They are naked, okay? Again, they're all naked, supposedly showing like the human is like with all openness, blah, blah. So they are naked, right? One man, one woman, and this supposedly, this is the angel on top of them blessing them. after this, this is the original from 1700s. There was later another Sicko lovers card, which there is one man in the middle and two women on the side. So 3 people, one man and 2 people, 2 women, kind of deciding who to pick. And since then, even when they show this card, the Sicko tarot readers on YouTube saying, oh, it's a decision. You have to make a decision. It's originally a decision card. You have to pick. And then everyone says this is a third party situation. Tell me one single tarot reader who doesn't say third party. If one more tarot reader, the spiritual people, say third party, the sicko brains, and all the comments on those channels, I'm going to throw up, okay? Because this is disgusting. And to pick that as this was some sort of like a normal thing in the society, to have a man picking 2 women, and this traditionally lovers card, which supposedly the angel blessing the men and women, is now kind of distorted in the Sicko world of these occults, of the fake spiritual world on YouTube, which they make money off of this. How many people commenting, oh yeah, he's married, yeah, and blah blah blah. Like, excuse me, what kind of sicko are you that you go run after married men, and the married men go around the other women, and everybody is like in a mishmash? Like, what is going on? What kind of sicko world are we? And then we are expecting, if these people don't brainwash us, and then we are expecting everyone acting normal, and then we are surprised they're acting sicko. When this is so sicko already, and you as a spiritual enlightened person, because they are saying enlightened, right? That's their word, enlightened, the Kabbalism. Everyone, Madonna, blah, 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 they're all Kabbalist or from Kabbalah, because they're all enlightened. But then at the same time, we all know how they treat their workers, like SHIT, okay? And this is all thing, the enlightenment is suddenly people turn into sickos. And everybody treat this for the last 1 decade as this is a normal thing. And here, I just saw this 3 of Swords. This is a heart pierced through 3 swords. And tell me one single tarot reader on YouTube who doesn't say, it's a third party situation. It's a third party situation. Like, this is sick. This is so sick. And these people made 6-figure out of this for a decade. Now they are trying to manipulate us into the new age, the Aquarian age, which everything is like high tech, high speed, full speed, like scientific medical breakthroughs, sky and space, whatever. And now, oh, it's a new age. And then they're saying, now I'm a medical astrologer. Like, you got to be kidding me. So they are trying to stay relevant and make their bank account like this again. No, sir, no, ma'am, doesn't work that way. You can fool yourself, but you cannot fool nature, and your time is up. And I made multiple videos about that. And so now in front of you, I will cut off these sicko tarot cards, okay? Because I don't have, the new age starts right now. Without these sicko people, we are liberating ourselves from these sicko cultists. And I don't want nothing to do with them in my home. I will destroy all of this right now, all of the sicko things that literally destroyed lives and make everything, all the pentagrams here, pentagrams everywhere. We are not a cult. We have nothing to do with any of these types of occult nonsense, because we don't need anyone telling us what to believe in, who to believe in, how to channel God or whoever or whatever we believe in. And this sign here, this sign doesn't look anything that we need, okay? We don't need anything like that, because we can ourselves channel our lives, our whoever we believe in, and we don't even have to believe in anything, but we can stay true to ourselves. Here, the dead, like constantly dead people, right? Like, it's unbelievable how this was so trying to be manipulated and infused, but no sir, no ma'am, these times are up, and I don't want anything to do with these in my home, because I believe in the energy destroying my own energy, because believe or not, the Satan's and these people's energy is so strong. And as you know, the devil and the people who are devilish, they are the energies are very, very strong. So the more you can destroy and get it out of your house, go straight these will go straight out of my home, okay? After this, I will just put this into trash, and then immediately they will go outside of my home, and I will start a brand new chapter, a chapter where I show you it is a brand new chapter. For more than a decade, since 2011, these were in my home unknowingly. That this has a lot of things to do. I knew that they are fake. I started to realize where this is actually coming from and how distorted it become for the last 5 years. And then I kept doing videos about it, and I say, here, this is going to go in a sick direction, and had no idea about any of this. But then the last 2 years, I stopped using tarot. And I said, and this again correlates with the Aquarian age. It just comes naturally that I said, this is BS. I'm not going to do this. And with my own intuition, I was always 100% correct. And I made multiple videos saying I will never use tarot again because I don't need to. And I kept saying, here, the death card, look at this. We don't need this. This is destroying lives, okay? How many people believe in this BS? And then they are going to go killers. They are going to, people who are psychologists, then they're saying, I'm channeling God from you, spirit for you, and tell me a question and I will channel this from spirit to you. Who the hell are you? Why would the spirit tell you about my question to spirit? Like, who the hell do you think you are? And that's what if you followed it, the chap Daybell and Lori Vallow, they are believing that Jesus talked to them, and who are you, who are we to believe that you have connection to Jesus, but they have. And yeah, of course, and then they turn into murderers who murder their children. And this is so becoming, and also the people who are killing their parents lately, right? If you follow this is all because of these sicko people. And we are supposed to believe that someone is going into between spirit or God, whatever you believe in, and ourselves. We don't need this. This is not how it works. And let me tell you this. I told you multiple times, they are here. Do you see this? This is the magician. As above, so I just cut it. Okay. This is how the Barbie doll looked like. This is in the eyes wide shut last scene where the girl holds the pink Barbie doll who is arms like this. This is the traditional. I told you the other that I cut off, the magician looks different, was like this. This is the original, the Rider-Waite. And oh my God, they know exactly what they are doing. This is the traditional from the 1700s. I told you the new version of the other one, right? This was a newer 21st century. But this is the original from the 700s, and the Barbie doll looked like this. I cannot make this shit up, guys. I cannot make, I'm getting so angry. Like I just can't, okay? This is crazy. So I want to tell you that in multiple videos, see, do you see this? This is the judgment card. The judgment, the angel blows the horn, and these dead people, again, naked, that they are waking up from death. Like, who believes in, like, this is the judgment day, right? Like, we don't need to depict this. You don't tell me about this, okay? So let me tell you, I told you multiple times that now these people believe in angel numbers. TT2, TTT, 444, 555, 666. This is made up BS by Doreen Virtue, who has made millions of dollars back a decade ago, and then and she created tons of these cards. Became a multimillionaire, and she was constantly going to making conferences, giving certificates and what have you, and people would see her as this guru, woo-woo leader, blah blah. And then she created this angel number cards, angel numbers, and everyone is believing in angel numbers. They are now jewelry, 444, 555, 666. Let me tell you, turns out, I told you, there is nothing. There is no angel numbers. Angels doesn't work that way. Angels don't tell you, here, this is this, and I will give you a sign based on this. This has nothing to do with nothing. You need to connect with God, angel, whatever it is, and they don't have to send you anything, and especially not numbers. They can send you a lot of things. Why would they send you numbers? And so on. I told you, and also interestingly, that the numbers, the numerology is from Kabbalah. Okay? It's Kabbalah. That's where it is coming from, the numerology. And let me tell you, there is one numerology person which I saw a decade ago on YouTube. I don't know if she's still around, but she looks like Michael Jackson. Okay? Meaning her nose is multiple times. She looks like Michael Jackson, her face. She was so, like, her eyes are round and become bigger and bigger like this. and her nose is like Michael Jackson nose, and the mouth is like stretched out like this. She looks horrible. She looks like an alien, I swear to God. And she has this soft voice, and she's this numerologist. But she looks like really, I don't know what to say. She looks scary, like in a different level, if you know what I mean. Like the energy is so scary. I totally felt her energy, that this is like, it was, I don't know how to express it. I got bad vibes, super bad vibes. Then 10 years ago, I was in a very like horrible situation for work and whatever, and like emotionally I was so down. And then I saw her, and then she says, she makes like this a numerology like nonsense, like here the numbers calculate this together and this together, and this means this and this means that. And then she had like this number combos or whatever, like 5 6 7 8 blah blah, put this on your body or put this somewhere, and then whatever thing happens. Okay. And I have to admit, and I would admit this for the first time, I wrote that in one of my notebooks. I had a tiny notebook. I wrote those down. And then I thought, because she said something like you have to put it on you, or I don't know. And that one specific number, I think I wrote it on my skin or something. Oh my God. I don't remember what happened, but I remember to the day there was something so horrible happened to me. Like very, very bad, very, very horrendous. And I was like, I immediately washed it off so like, and I was like, no, nothing, I will never. And I completely clicked her off ever. And I, since then, a decade, I don't even want anything to do. I don't even see her, and I don't see her on YouTube. Maybe she's gone, I have no idea. But I had a gut feeling that something is off with this girl's energy. And she come across super sweet voice. It's always like the super sweet voice, right? And but I swear to God, this was something else. She looks like an alien, I swear, like with all the plastic surgery. She looks like Michael Jackson in a weird way. And the energy, it's like a, I don't know what to say, like a witch, not even it's something different. Like, I don't know. Okay, off of that. But what I'm telling you is, you can sense it. You can see it, sense it, in your guts, you know. And let me tell you every person that I feel that something is off in a millisecond. My grandma was like that too. In a millisecond, you can feel it, you can sense it, you know there's something off with this person. You feel the energy, okay? And every single person that I felt in milliseconds, something doesn't sit right, something doesn't fit right. I can feel it from my core. That person, 100%, and this is since my childhood until today, is always something comes out about this person. Let me tell you this. I told you on Friday, my Friday Night Live, about Jennifer Aniston. There was always, for 2 decades, something wasn't sit right with me, her. I never understood, why is she the sweetheart of America? I have no idea. I am in 2 decades in the US, and I watched the Friends for 2 decades. Still, we are watching like on YouTube. I have still no idea why is she's so not likable. I don't get any good energy from her. She is, for example, Monica. Oh, she's so super sweet, and the other one is, well, the blonde, but not her. There's something off of her from her. I don't get that. Something was always in here that if it would make me feel ugh, you know. And guess what? I told you this in the last Friday night video. The new 6 years ago, new clips coming out of she non-stop talks about pizza parties that she organizes, that she also says we love all kinds of pizzas, and she sits on the chair of Ellen DeGeneres' studio as Ellen, and on front of her is Selena Gomez. And she says to Selena Gomez, pizza parties, right? She's like, yeah. So we love pizza parties, right? She's like, yeah. So much fun, right? She's like, yeah, so much fun. Then she and this, is it Ben Stiller? No, I don't know. Not Ben Stiller. I don't know his name. The funny guy. They together had a movie, and so he kept on and on talking about pizza parties. We were on the yacht. We were going to the boat to whatever island. This is like 6 years ago's clips, guys. They fooled us like a maniac. And then she turns to him, and then he talks about pizza. And then we ordered pizza. Oh, so delicious, yummy. And then he goes on with about pizza, and then Jennifer Aniston turns to him like, yeah, okay, shush. What? And then in the acceptance of Oscar or Grammy or whatever the heck, he says, yeah, he takes his, comes to the microphone and says, yeah, guys, yeah, and now after this, we will have a party at we'll have a pizza party at Jennifer Aniston's house. Guys, they all know. And let me tell you why. I said on Friday, why I would not be surprised. Because the point also why they are doing this to babies is because of the oxidized adrenaline. And the oxidized adrenaline came out for decades that some woo-woo maniac made these people believe that, and no wonder why on the files and the PDF files there is this Stiller, or I don't know what this name is, the longevity doctor, right? Because they wanted to find the thing to make them live forever, not get old. All of them believe that. And the thing with oxidized adrenaline, how do you oxidize adrenaline? You scare the children, and they produce, when they are in distress, you scare them, you torture them, and when they're in distress, the adrenaline gets oxidized, and then they take out the blood, and that's why you see in and that's also in the Turkish news, all over in the Turkish news. They put the pictures up, and I saw this in the Turkish news. I didn't see this on anywhere in the United States, anywhere in YouTube. I saw this it's all over in the Turkish. Sometimes it's good to know multiple languages. I watch German news, Turkish news, English news. I mean, it's just unreal which country focuses on what. So in Turkish news, they put pictures up from the Prince Philip to Bush to, I don't know, the Ben Affleck and the other, I don't know, Hollywood, and all these leaders, Bush, they all have one eye this color, bruised, which in the Turkish news they said that take that oxidized adrenaline and then inject into the eye to get longevity. That's what they freaks believe in. And if you think about it, Hollywood, they all want to live forever. They all want to look young forever. And Jennifer Aniston, what? She is the person who has a complex of becoming old. Right? I mean, she doesn't want to get old. She does everything, and muscles and all that stuff. She's not want to get old. And so many spiritual woo-woo people, the fake spiritual people, are all sucking the blood of Hollywood. Why? Because they're so dumb. No scientific understanding. No, they just, whatever they can be in power, whatever they can do to be in the field, getting money, making money, be on the top of their games, getting Oscar, getting whatever the heck, they do everything. And this is exactly why the Hollywood people, all of them are in there. Most of them are in there. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's unreal. It's just how stupid many people were just not believing this. That's why I keep saying you need to believe in your own gut. You need to trust your own gut. You need to follow your own brain, your own heart, your own soul, your own nature, so that you can connect to spirit, to God, whatever. And even if you don't believe in anything, it doesn't matter. Just follow your own body. If you feel there's something off with this, something gives you the creeps inside of you, trust that. Trust that. And again, why? There's even like in YouTube, there's a freak, and she fools people around. Like, I'm telling, I don't, I read tarot, but I'm just telling stories with characters. But then I have a dog, and I will do another channel to make more money to fool you that this is a tarot dog. It's just, what's going on? It's unreal how people, I cannot believe I have the entire time the Two of Cups in my hands. I cannot believe this. See, that's what I'm saying. You need anybody. This, in fact, is one of my favorite cards ever. Two of Cups. And I hold this the entire time in my hand. Trust your soul, trust your heart, trust. And even this angel, do you see this angel? This angel looks like a devil. Look at this. This is supposed to be an angel. Blessing, like the Lover's card. Look at this face. This is the devil, guys. I noticed this morning. This is the freaking devil. This is not an angel. Do you see this? Do you see this? You never noticed this. And this is crazy to me. How these people fool everybody. And no sir, no ma'am, it doesn't work that way. We are all awakened, and they use the word enlightened, awakening, blah, 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 blah. No. We are awakened now. Okay? We are awakened now. It's just so surreal, guys. And I feel liberated. I feel liberated, right? I mean, I feel like, oh my God, like I love my cards, but to be honest with you, since 2011, when Neptune moved into Pisces, which I explained to you on Friday, all of this started from me to the T. To I literally, my life is moving in the same way that nature has it. So I don't need to anyone tell me what to expect or whatever, because my life is anyways, because in 2011, when literally Neptune moved into Pisces with rose-colored glasses, the whale come in front of us, and these fake spiritual people started to fool us, including myself. I dove deep dive in, and that also, my friend, I was very in a vulnerable situation, like mentally, physically, mentally, emotionally. Very, very drained from work, and I was in a mentally very, very sad and sad and very not in a good situation. I felt sad. I felt like my entire bosses, careers, and all that, they all fooled me. They all worked me to my core, to my ground. And I felt like drained to my core. And that was then, this is exactly what it is. The vulnerability, they suck your blood and bring you deep dive into that. That's why, my friend, I keep teaching you to be strong, to be knowledgeable, to be mentally, physically, emotionally connected and strong, so that you don't fall into this SHIT. And so literally for the decade up until now, the decade when I kept, like, because the tarot, before I came to the US 2 decades ago, I started, and I have German versions of the tarot, and Germany is also big in tarot, okay, because of the old ages. So that first started in Germany. I have German, like tarot books and whatever, and I had a small version of the Rider-Waite tarot. But then when I came to the US and all that, and then 2011, like how many years later? 6 years later, I started that, right? Oh my God. Since 2012, up until now, I have been in the most horrible situations I've ever been in my entire life. The worst 10 years of my entire life. It seemed to me, I mean, many people told me that for 5-6 years ago, that since 2012, multiple people had seen like their lives going like upside down, inside out, like me. My life was like an upside down, seemed like. Whatever I tried, it was always upside down. There was no single moment to breathe, and it was constantly like going down and down and down and down and down. And literally, when Neptune moved finally for the once in a lifetime out of Pisces and moved into Aries, that was the day when they released the PDF files. 3 million. The same day. And then everyone's eyes got opened, the veil lifted off, and then everybody's like, oh. And exactly, literally Friday, like on Thursday night, that's why I said I will do on Friday, I will cut off the devil card, because on Thursday night, a light bulb got on, and I believe, and literally this morning, I mentioned this to someone, and I said, I believe the whole time, unbeknownst to me, what these cards even like in a very sneaky way represent, I had them in my home. Everywhere I moved to, they were always with me. And I told you, the energy of the devil is strong. It is strong. It is strong. And let me tell you another fun fact. This whole thing is based, I don't know what your religion, if you believe in religion or anything. I am not religious, but I know all the 4 religions. I studied them since my childhood. I know them. Okay? I know Christianity, maybe more than Christians. I know Judaism, maybe more than anyone who have a big mouth. And I know Islam, and I know Buddhism, okay? I know these. Ask me everything, I know this, okay? And let me tell you this, all these shebang, these is originated from Christianity. This has nothing to do with Judaism. It's nothing to do with Buddhism, has nothing to do with Islam. It is Christianity, the cross and all that stuff, right? This is all originating from Christianity. So, and because of coming from the Brits, influenced with the Indian culture to manipulate the Western culture with all the chakras and all that. And many people on YouTube, the fake spiritual people, believe crazily that spirituality means you need to read tarot, you know astrology, and you know all the chakras, whatever the yoga poses. I have no clue about, zero about any chakras. I have no idea. Who make this stuff up? Okay, it's Indian culture. It's their belief systems. Okay, just because what you learn from centuries that the chakra somehow is connected to tarot and the tarot is connected to astrology, has nothing to do with each other. Let me tell you this. In Islamic faith, when the devil is also an angel that turned awry, okay? And in Islamic faith, nobody has a description. Neither God, neither the angels, neither the devil. There is no description. You don't know how they look like. Because in Islam, it's prohibited. You can't, that's why there was like this lawsuit, right, in Holland, where they make like a joke, a cartoon of Muhammad, That is an insult in Islam, because in Islamic faith, in Quran, there is no depiction of anybody. Nobody knows who is looking what. And angels don't look like anything. It doesn't work that way. Because the angels in Islamic faith, when they come to earth to save you, for example, they turn into a human being. They look like that. I haven't made a video in German. It's a perfect, I wish, I mean, it's a phenomenal video turned out. I made it in German. It's about angels versus earth angels. And I explained the difference because I experienced this too, myself. And in the Islamic faith, that when you get protected, say you cross the street and then something happens that you get pulled away by somebody, that's either an earth angel or an actual angel in a human body comes and picks you. That's the Islamic faith. And so the devil was kicked out from the heaven because wasn't following. It was originally an angel, but then wasn't following the rules, and then was kicked out of Jannat, of the heavens, and then become the devil and turned into hell. That's the Islamic faith. So, and then because there is no description in Germany, when you go to Halloween, like in Germany, it's in February, right? The Fasching. It's the Halloween in Germany. So that you see, they're putting, for some reason, I don't even know why, the elder women, group of elderly women, puts like a handband of the devil's horns. I know this since my childhood. Like in Germany, the devil has it's red and it has red horns. Ask any person who is in Islamic faith, tell them what the devil looks like. They can't tell you because it's not there's no description. But when you tell them, oh, the devil is red and has horns, they're like, what? I'm telling you this straight up because this literally happened this week. And I know this because and I know this force in my childhood. Do you see? Because I grew up in two cultures and two different places, like religions, like, right? Since my childhood, because I was born and grew up in Germany, but I know the Islamic faith. So it was always the red devil with the horns. But in Islam, there is no devils with the horns. And so, and now in these satanic rituals, which I showed you on my Friday live, in the tarot card, the devil was actually depicted, Satan has Satan's face on it, and the cult Satan with the goat's horn, looks like a goat and has the goat's horns, not the tiny horns, the gigantic goat horns. That's Satanism, okay? That's exactly where this is, or that's how I knew immediately on Friday. Something is so messed up here. And then when this morning did the research, yesterday, they are actually, because I knew this comes from the 1700s, but they are themselves cult leaders. So there is no angel numbers, and we don't need them. The angel numbers are from Kabbalah, from numerology is Kabbalah, and these pentagrams are turned, is basically the occult that they are originating this from. And when you have your trust and knowledge that when you be strong and knowledgeable, you don't need any of this. That's why, because I feel it's, for me, it would have been very hard, because I was so connected for 2 decades up to these, or a decade or two, more than 2 decades now. But right now, I don't feel horrible at all. I feel actually liberated, because I'm so looking forward to get them hell out of my home. To get them out of my home, because I now, as the veil came off, realized how much my life was so, literally, the people that I experienced were devilish, like so torturous, like sucking your soul, and you cannot get out of it. I mean, I'm telling you, and I know many people told me like years ago, and many people, I read comments saying since 2012, yeah, their life were completely different since 2012. And so that's when, again, I told you 2011 is when Neptune moved into Pisces. Look at how horrible this is. This is like disaster. And we're supposed to feel good with this? No, sir, I don't need this. This is depressing to me. This is anxiety causing, depression. And again, the sickos see this as you know what. So, no way. And again, in front of you, this Wheel of Fortune with the pentagram here. We don't need any pentagrams. We don't need any of this, okay? So, I don't want to make this too long. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the likes. And again, I will destroy these two. And I don't want to go over with you the whole thing, but you know, I will do this, okay? The whole thing. And please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And I appreciate that you're here watching this, because I just filmed this. This will be up tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. This is the deep dive of I Am Successful, week 7. And we do a lot of neurology, neuroscience, practical neuroscience here. How can we make our life happen? We don't need this. We don't need any of this. This is what we need. The neuroscience, okay? Not this. I don't care. I actually don't care. This is depressing. This is depression. I don't need this. I don't want to look at it. I don't need this. I need no more depression. I don't need this. This gave me so much hope, and you will see tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern. You will see how uplifting this is. And the cards, where are my cards? It's on the table. So you will see what cards am I using. These are only I am statement cards, success statements, and gratitude statements. That's how I interpret for 2 years now, 3 years now. This is all you need. Nobody can tell me what I'm supposed to feel and think and feel. And yeah, the reason why I said this with the Islam, let me just tell you that, because that women with that dog tarot channel, and who just says, I'm not channeling, I'm just telling stories with characters, but the character apparently is a Scorpio, is an Aries, and whatever. I mean, see, like, and she can fool whoever she wants, but she cannot fool me and the people who are following me. In any case, so she says, oh, everyone can experience spirituality as they like. No. Does it mean you can't? This is what they believe in, because every single day for more than a decade, they make SHIT up as they go. Every day they make stuff up. And then she's, yeah, of course. How can you make more money? When you come on every day, 3 times a day, 7 days a week, and read tarot, and you make people addicted to your channel, that's supposed to be spirituality. So you're supposed to be addicted to the channel, to her, or to these tarot readers, YouTubers who do daily, right? Daily tarot readings every single day. And you're supposed to every single day watch them and believe that spirit told them this. And while your life is passing you by, you get sicker and sicker and sicker and lazier, and life passes you by, and everybody says, oh, you know, I am trying to make my life happen, but nothing works. And then they turn into woo-woo people's manifestation and how you manifest money. This is why they go into the downward spiral, because that woo-woo stuff doesn't work. They just stuck onto another woo-woo stuff, and that doesn't work. So then they go to another woo-woo stuff, spend thousands of dollars, and waste their life on the screen, and still doesn't get their life happen. I am successful, the neuroscience of it, because it's all in here. And when you don't use in here, all the cultist people can make everything from you and with you, because you make them rich. And all these people came to the top through us, through our taxpayers. Nobody cares, because we are so dumb to make it happen. And on my channel, my goal is to make you knowledgeable and use it practically in your life to make your life happen. Knowledge is power. Why can nobody fool me? Because I connect my brain, my heart, my soul, and everything in combo. That's my friend, your shield. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, your shield. And that's why I launched this, destroying this, because for years nobody listens. I make these videos, so many videos, but these people have 400,000 subscribers. I have 3,000. And nobody likes it. Nobody likes these videos because I'm telling the truth. Because it's easy to sell woo-woo stuff. It's easy. Right? It's so easy to tell you, Spirit just told me. And they do also this, right? There was actually multiple. One died, one, I don't know, whatever the heck, maybe she's not even existent on YouTube anymore, but they would do this. My angels just told me They are just so funny. They just make so fun right now. Okay, stop it, stop it. What? This is sick. This is mental. So the angels are right there making fun and jokes, and they tell us in jokes like, what? Fool yourself. And the people are like, and I'm thinking, like, how dumb are people? That's why I'm so honored, actually, that that I grew up in Islamic faith and studying Christianity and Judaism and Buddhism, and make the combo of those, because that's where you can grow. If you stick to one, you don't understand spirituality. I keep saying it when people talk about Rumi. Rumi is not a low poet. Screw that. Rumi is such an important figure in Islamic faith. He is the founder of Sufism. Sufism is actually, if you want to believe that, is actually radical, complete shift from the actual traditional Islamic faith. Because Rumi, Mevlana Jalaluddin Rumi, who died in Konya in Turkey, he believes and loved God so much, and all of his love, dedication was to God, and that's it. And he was worshiping with utter love, with utmost love, God. And that's why he created this Sufism under Islam, and then they are just dancing around. That's why in Konya is where the Sufism actually originates, because also that's where he died. And so that's why I wished I could visit it, but I always wanted to. In Konya, you go actually into the Sufism, like you see the experience it. And when you have that experience, because what they teach is actually beautiful, it's just pure love. There is nobody else in between. It's just your inner love. And let me tell you what happened. At Harvard, they had this Sufi group. I had no idea in the United States there's a Sufi group, okay? So they came to Harvard, and they were doing a session of the I don't know what's called, the movement of the Sufism with the music. And if you listen to Sufi music, this is unlike anything else. You just go to another level. Just watch it. There's multiple on YouTube. The Sufi music is unreal, beautiful. And so go and watch that and just take it in. And when I went there, and this is the first time I know what it looks like, but I experienced it there in the room, in a tiny room. We were sitting around in the room, and then the Sufis, they were just circling around with the Sufi music. I cried so bad. Like, I cried so much. My soul were coming, my soul were like literally out of me. Like, it was just so profound and deep. It's just so unreal. So again, and I went also, I used to go a lot in Christmas time. We have like a gigantic famous church, and I would go there in Christmas time and was going into the ceremonies there. I don't know what's called. And that church has incredible, it's a famous church actually, has a gigantic, like very amazing acoustic. And I always liked the the church music, like I don't know what's called, the choir and the music, what they're playing there. It's just the acoustic is so incredible. It's all gold and stuff. So beautiful. And so I would go to in Christmas and watch that I don't know what's called, the ceremonies. And then when they were talking, and I would cry my eyes out. But it comes like this, because it doesn't matter. I remember I had a Czech friend, also from Harvard, and she was one of my best friends at that time. Not anymore, but at that time. So she was Czech, and she said that she listened to Quran. And then she said that she was so touched. She couldn't, of course, understand a word, but she was so touched. Like something happened inside of her. She was so touched. And then she said something very interesting. She said, I think now, I think why that is Quran is in Arabic. Because there's something with the language. And I was like, oh my God, you are so right. Because when you listen to Quran, you can do it on YouTube, there's tons of it on YouTube, you cry your eyes out. I know people, when they listen to Quran, they go like nuts, going crazy, cry. It's like your emotion comes out. If just do that. It's like 10 times tops when you go to a psychologist or something. Just listen to that. Sufi music or Quran or I don't know, whatever you want to listen to, but these are really bring out your emotion, and then you cry and then you feel so light. That's your entire heaviness is gone. It is so unreal. And when you experience this stuff, then all of this BS is so cheap. It's so cheap. That's why I get so angry, because I can't stand cluelessness. I can't stand it. Like, open a goddamn book. If you know nothing about Rumi, then shut up about spirituality. If you know nothing about Rumi's teacher and friend, Shams Tabrizi, then shut up about spirituality. I mean, I just don't get it. If you don't understand how going the nirvana level works, going to nirvana level, or become the between heaven and earth, my dad and I, we talk about this all the time. You feel it when you are between heaven and earth. That level is when only Rumi, Shams Tabrizi, and Buddha, who reaches nirvana level, and Yunus Emre. These people are, as I say it, between heaven and earth, between angels and human beings, then the between. And you, my friend, you feel it when you are there. What does it require to be there? Because as I keep saying it, on our, as a human beings, I keep saying it, the difference between human being and angels, if you are religious, you would believe that, okay, both are created from God, right? human beings and to angels. But the difference between the two is human beings have ego, the human ego. And that is connected to sin, if you want to believe it. In every religion, there's a sin factor, meaning you have to hold it. That's the difference. Are you going into the sins, be the sinner, meaning doing shit, right? Eating bad food, lying, cheating, doing a lot of like devilish stuff. That's the sin, going to hell, right? All the religions, this is the whole, all religions have that. If you do the sins, you go to hell. And if you not do the sins, you go to heaven, right? Every religion prays that. And so, or preach that. So meaning, you feel it when you are between. And that's why I have my courses on my website, draigenscheid.com/courses, that get your justice back. Justice on earth, justice on heavens, and get your abundance. That's what I teach in practice, because I do it. Because this is a very simple practical exercise for you. Go to a store, you don't want to buy anything. Go to a store and you feel like something, and if you will, it can be the devil like telling you, buy this, buy this, buy this, but you know you can't afford it, or it's better to eat food instead of that because it's so unnecessary. But inside this is the human ego wants this, right? It's like okay, something pushing you to get it, buy it, and you know it's not right. You know, or maybe you have kids at home, they want food, but you're like, oh, I want to buy this or something. And if you trust me on this one, that's the difference between on this level and on this level, between heaven and earth. Can you stop yourself, your sin? That's the sin. Stop it, not do it. That, my friend, requires strength and stamina and knowing the inner strength that, okay, I am suppressing that sin because I know it's not good for me. That can be addiction, can be, when you say, I don't want to drink Coke anymore, but then you're like, I love the taste, like God. And then you're like, just one more time. Last time, one more time, just today. That's it. This is the sin. That's why I keep saying it, and I get hated because of this. And for the believers, that for me, that, my friend, is heaven and hell on this earth, not in the judgment day. I don't care about that. Maybe not, whatever. I care about this life, this earth. And in this earth, do you have the strength and stamina to stop doing shit? Do you have that? If you stop yourself and say, no, I'm not going to buy this. I can't afford it, or it's unnecessary. I have 3 colors of this already. I don't need the 4th one, or it's better to buy, I don't know, an apple instead of this, whatever. Okay? That, my friend, that brings you upper and upper and upper in the spiritual enlightenment level, nirvana level. And I can cry right now because it gets so intense right now, because I'm not saying as a preach, that's how I live. That's my life. That's how I conduct my life. That's why I'm being so grateful to get protected always. That's why I believe that I have actually seen angels twice. One in my childhood, one when as an adult. And so both in Germany, and that's why I created that German video. But what I'm saying is, all the shit time with all the horrendous, evil, devilish people doing this, I was protected. Because as my teachings and my channel is always, and have multiple lessons on this, is always stay on the right side of the road no matter what. That's strength. And that's how you can prove that you are actually enlightened, actually going up the nirvana levels, one step at a time. Do it, prove it to yourself, not to others. I don't care. No, I don't care anybody tells, okay, oh, now do this and then you will. Screw that. I don't need to show anything. When you are the tarot reader, enlightened being, light beings or light workers, whatever that means, or you're beamed from the, I don't know, sky to earth and teach me how to be spiritual with some ridiculous tarot cards or astrology, whatever the heck, or numerology. When you fake the shit out of people, that's all I know. That's all I need to know. You are not enlightened. You are not spiritual anything. Because you cannot even be straight up with me. I know, and I keep saying this for years, these people faking, get this, faking. I saw this with my own eyes. I saw it, and I keep calling them out. They faked actually being pregnant. You can't make this shit up. How sicko must you be that you show a picture of you, belly like this? And this was, I think, 5 years ago. I don't know if it was kind of a common thing. At least I know 3 people lied about being pregnant. Okay? And so, and showing pictures and saying I'm pregnant, and then nothing happens. Okay? So when you or again, I can experience spirituality as I like, and then I have to make more money. I have a dog tarot channel. Or there's one called MJ, like, have zero clue about nothing, and then stealing other channels' words, and then typical American, such in a conviction, explaining, she's a PR guru, so she worked on the corporate television, so she knows exactly how to lie to people's face. And then she was such a conviction, she said, yeah, this is this. And then you're like, and everyone's starting to call her out like fake astrology, and she knows nothing about astrology. And then she claims herself to be an astrologer. You don't even know, you mix up the planets even. Like, what are you talking about? And so these things are necessary if you cannot be honest. And I know in Christianity, there is also something called sin. I remember when I was a PhD student in Germany, I had from Sicily, an Italian, that time she was a friend, colleague, whatever you want to call it, but whatever. So she was Roman Catholic, very, very deep Catholic. And she in Islam, the Ramadan, the fasting is different. Then it's very, very strong, very, very radical. In Christianity, they also fast. But I keep saying to Muslims, I love their fasting better. And they're like, what? No. I was like, yeah, but you know why? What's the difference? In Islamic fasting, you stop eating and drinking, full stop. Zero, nothing. You can't. You can't eat, you can't drink. Radical, which I believe is super dangerous for health. But that by side. But for Roman Catholic, I think in this day and age, this is much better. Why? In Roman Catholic fasting, you can very moderately, like you can drink a tea, like eat very light food, but not like nothing that arouses you like chocolate or something that you really like, a Coke or something that arouses you. Like this is so critical. I think this would be a fantastic training, because why do I say it's to me mentally this is easier. Why? Because I stop it altogether. In your brain, when I think of neuroscience, this is easier because you're shutting out, I will not do anything. You can even go to bed, whatever, you can sleep, then whatever. But in this one, your brain has to be active constantly. And you have to like, no, I don't want to drink I want to eat the ice cream. I don't want to eat the chocolate. It's right in my face. But I can only drink water and tea and just overcome the sin, right? That's the sin. That's more mentally challenging, in my opinion. So I would, if I had created a religion and I had a fight actually multiple time, like discussions multiple time with, I had a boss who was a Mormon, and he was like, and I was like, I don't believe in any religion. I know all religions, but I don't believe in any of those. I created my own religion. And my religion, and he was like freaking out. He's like, what? Like boom, boom, boom. And I was like, I don't care. That's what I believe in. That's it. He was always constantly like picking on me. Oh, it's just so horrible. Anyway, I mean, in this day and age, I could have sue him like from left and right. Okay, but the days at that 15 years ago was a different times. Now I could sue him like from left and right. Anyway, so in my religion, I believe is that heaven and earth is on this earth. I mean, heaven and hell, that's what I meant. Heaven and hell is on this earth. Hell is when you actually do the sins, meaning you do shit, and that's what you get back. And then you deal with the consequences. But when you can, even when the devil picks on you, like the last 12 and a half years since 2011, when the devil picks on you and you are at the smashed on the ground and you still don't give in and you still stay on the right side of the road. Heaven's justice and the earth's justice, the law of the land and law of the heaven. If you can still do that, that's why nobody could bring me down. They brought me down, I raise up again. They brought me down, raise up again. I was protected the entire time. I'm not doing this because, oh, I want protection. That's like a ticket. No, you can't guarantee that. There is no guarantee. But as I keep saying it, and I can actually cry right now as I say that, so emotional. Yeah, I have reached a lot of things in my career. I have really, my dreams I made them true. I worked so hard my entire life. I was always at the Ivy League and good schools, good grades, whatever, and I reached the United Nations level and all that. But for me, when I die, I say, and I can actually cry right now, I always would be honored that I live a life with truth, honesty, and integrity. And nobody would be able to take that away from me, because nothing else matters. I am super proud that whatever happened to me, and I may happen, a lot of shit happened. Nobody, let me tell you this, wanted to me grow. Nobody ever, and still to date, are people trying to bring me down. But can you survive? Not because some woo-woo people tell you in the tarot, yeah, you will be overcoming in the future, you will have this. No. At that moment, can you survive by still being in the honesty, truth, and integrity? Don't cheat, don't lie, don't talk behind people's back, tell people things in the face, and stay in the honesty, integrity. Can you do that? Can you stand up to people, to the horrible people? Can you do that? Do you have the knowledge to know what to do legally? Do you know your rights? I always see this to everyone in every country. The first thing, if you are immigrating to somewhere, if you are going to one country, live in a country, the first thing, before you even know the language, the first thing you need to do is to learn the law. Learn the law. Full stop. Learn your rights. Full stop. How many times this saved me? Because I know the law. And nobody can shit me because I know the law. In fact, they get all screwed themselves just by trying. It's exhausting. I know. It's horrible. I wish to also have a peaceful life, but these devilish people are always there. But can you do that? That's what it is. And now, again, I am getting rid of these devilish satanic energies out of my home so that I start a brand new chapter. And I encourage you to hopefully, oh gee, so that you start a brand new chapter, hopefully to think what I said, come back and watch it, and actually do these things too. And teach this to your children, teach this to your neighbors. And it's important. It's important that we stand up to the devil and not taking the energy, because again, the energy is so strong. I'm telling you, from what I believe, what I saw, what I experienced for the last, as I said, since 2011, 2012, I don't have words for it. I don't even know how I survived. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's just too much. It's too much. And the same goes not just spiritual world, not just the spiritual world. It's the system is so messed up. I have multiple videos that I talked about fake psychologists. It's now a thing. Okay? It's now a thing. Fake psychologists. And these are the another level of making the world horrible, horrible place. because the exact same, if you see the pattern, the exact same way, like the spiritual fake people screw the world the last 1 decade, they now doing the same what they have done for the last 1 decade. It's identical. It's so horrible. It's so horrible. No wonder there are so many murderers, psychologists. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Exact identical book. And if you know what I mean, it's the system who does this. And we are better than this. We can be better. We do better, because only one thing comes down to is our knowledge, is to be knowledgeable. And when you are knowledgeable, nothing can beat that. When you have knowledge together with integrity, that's when magic happens. And only then. That's the only way magic can happen. There is no other magical thing. Your magic is this and the whole thing. That's your magic. And only you have your magic. I literally talked about this in this video. Only you have your magic. Your own magic is your own magic. Your magic and my magic will not be the same. Even if you go to the same tarot reader and tell them whatever, it just doesn't work that way. Because like genetics, like your immune system is unique to you, that's why your illnesses cannot be put. That's why fighting on the other level about personalized medicine, because you cannot put, that's the healthcare system that I'm fighting on another level of that, is that I'm fighting against the healthcare system that puts everybody in the same pot. You can't do that. And this is exactly on this channel here, is the same what I'm talking about, this spirituality. Doesn't work that way. You can't tell me, oh, one spirit tells everyone in the world, the 400,000 subscribers, that this is how it's supposed to be. The collective reading, right? The collective reading. But then they say to you, but this is a general reading. If you want anything personal, you have to book it from me. And then there is of course, the money hungry ones. I mean, they're all money hungry, but the ones that are ultra money hungry, and the personalized tarot reading, which they put on Etsy, which I saw, is how much? How much? $999. Not 1,000. No. $999. One tarot reading. I mean, what are you like? What is this? Okay. And I am always on the Ivy League, a former Harvard faculty, and I cannot sell a freaking $5.99 PDF. A protocol that I developed for freaking $5.99. And then there are other people selling tarot cards for, or tarot reading, personalized, right? It's personalized for $999 because they're so economy savvy. No. They wouldn't put $1,000 there, because how much you can fake the crap out of people, because $999 is much more payable, because it's 3 figures, not 4 figures. This is the spiritual world. And we want to have none of those. These are my final cards. And then I will end this here because I will have to still make this ready for you for tomorrow. And I have tons of things to do. So I hope you find this. Done. I'm so happy. I feel liberated. I feel so liberated. My God. Woo! I feel so happy. Only good things can come from now on, so long you're taking consideration everything I said. So do your own assessment and see where it is you can improve and change and what wasn't working, and look back for the last 10 years. If you feel like, I literally talked this morning and the same thing that person said too, if you feel like you wasted your last 10 years and you just look and say, what just happened? For the last 10 years, what did I even do? If you feel like you wasted your entire 10 years, trust me, many people feel that way. The veil has been lifted. It's a brand new chapter. Nothing like this ever will ever come again. With that being said, thank you so much for being here. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you learned something from it. Tell me in the comments. I would love to hear from you and love to hear your comments and how you experience the world, your thoughts. I always appreciate the comments, and have a good night. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.